So I definitely owe y'all the doechii Alligator Bites Never Heal review. I, by accident, started listening to the album the other day without taking like any notes for anything in the album. I'm gonna do this one like we did the Dark Times by Vince Staples review, where I actually sat here and listened to the album again without including the actual music because your girl is so scared of copyright. So I have no issues genuinely sitting through the album again and kind of reacting to it and seeing what I can remember from my first listen that I wanted to bring up. The first time I listened to the album was a little bit after it got released when I first started my 500 albums challenge and that little vloggy vlog that I did back in the summertime. But yeah, with that being said, I'm going to start the album now. Stankapoo is the first track and let's get it started because I'm so excited to do this. I already have to say from the very, what is it, like couple of seconds into this first song, I just love the moodiness of what's going on here as it's taking you into the album. It's it feels so good. It feels right. Her writing is just so damn good. She's such an amazing writer, extremely descriptive, but very straightforward. Like you get and you understand exactly what she's putting down. I forgot how much I love the beat to this song. Oh my God. I actually just threw Stankapoo on my favorites like I just started. I don't know why I didn't do that before, but it's hard now. The grittiness of the beat, what is that, like the bass line, I think, on Bullfrog is absolutely crazy. I really like the fact that they kind of doubled up on her vocals on the chorus because that really goes well with like the feel of the instrumental. It's like it's kind of beefing up her voice. Like when somebody hits the gym really intensely, the doubling of the vocals is giving me that. New boy, new toy, I need a new fling. Bullfrog is amazing. Boiled Peanuts is next, and I'm so excited. Oh my God, I love this song. The fuck is a boiled peanut? Legitimately, one of the reasons why I love this song so much is because the beat is reminiscent of the hip hop that I grew up hearing around my mom and my dad and my older brother. Like, this is kind of that throwback feeling for me that I missed from my childhood. And not only that, but this feels very homey to me, which is why I'm very much in love with boiled peanuts, and this song gets me very excited. It also really reminds me of Outkast too, like the older stuff that they used to do. Yeah, I didn't know that boiled peanuts were an actual snack. That's pretty crazy. Telling us what's really going on. And Denali is a river. I also really like the name of the song. I'm not usually a skit person like that in songs that I can think of. But what made me appreciate this one a little bit more is seeing her performance at Camp Flog Gnaw and just how that sort of breathed even more life into the song, other than like, the back and forth of it actually being a skit. So coming from doechii, I do appreciate her telling things like it is from her side, as well as the fact that it is on the theatrical side, and that just goes to show you how fucking great the diversity is that we get in this album with doechii. The imagination just went wild here, and it's very much appreciated. It's very fierce, very raw and hard hitting, and it's like if you look at her the wrong way, there's a good chance she might slap the shit out of you. Like, it's that type of energy in this song where she's not taking shit lightly, and that's what I love about it. She's got things she needs to vent about, so that's why it's just like, don't look at her or don't look at her at all, and you might be okay. Catfish might be my favorite song off of this album still. I can tell you for a fact that this is the song that I've listened to the most off of the album. What is there not to love? You know, what is there to not go crazy over with Catfish? I'm just wondering. Everything is absolutely fucking perfect about this song. The hook is catchy as hell. The beat, please. It's one of those. It's one of those injected into my vein type of songs. On the line, I'm the hardest rapper this your motherfucking training day. It reminded me of DMX. Just that grit and that hardness to that line delivery just completely reminded me of DMX. That growling that she's doing, it just adds so much to the song. Easy to see how someone who's very much into like Kendrick and Erykah Badu and Smino, like people like that, if you are into those types of artists, I feel like you would be very much into Skip like I am. Skip is one of those ones. Skip is a song that I need to definitely play in the car more often because the bass just everything about the song just man, when I re-listened to Skip, I was like, why the hell am I not killing this song? Hide and Seek is next, and I also really fucking love this song a whole lot. Then when she starts rapping, oh my god. The song itself feels like one giant loop, like you are stuck in an actual game with Doechii that you can't get out of. That game of hide and seek isn't ending. It says hide and seek for me over and over again, and so that's what kind of makes it feel like you're kind of not getting out of this game that you're playing with Doechii. This is another one that kind of reminds me of Erykah Badu, or from the Erykah Badu songs that I have heard. I'm definitely going to do like full listens to Erykah Badu albums that I haven't heard that I can remember because childhood, my parents were obsessed with Erykah Badu. So I'm going to try to throw some of that in the 500 albums challenge list too. But I think that this is very reminiscent of that sort of hypnotic trance-like feel that Erykah has in her vocals. So that's why I really like this one. Bloom is very interesting to me. It's like we're listening into a sort of private conversation that Doechii is in. God made a day 24 hours, including things like that, and her kind of ranting is what made Bloom kind of stand out to me as one of the more vulnerable tracks in the album. Like, I know it probably won't be revisited as much as all of the others, but I still feel like this is very, like, it has a good place within the album or the mixtape. And then the interjection of saying you can't take on everything all at once. I think that is so important to remember for everybody. This portion of the song as an interlude as a whole is just very introspective, and like I said before, it's a great reminder to everybody, like, hey, you can't do every single thing in one day, and that's totally cool. But it's also a great reminder for us to live in the moment and stop worrying about everything else other than what's going on right in front of us and around us. And I definitely resonate with wanting to chase your dreams and do anything and everything that you want, but you also have your sadly disgusting adult responsibilities that we have to take care of. So I definitely deeply, deeply, deeply resonate with that. If I could, I would just listen to music and paint all day and watch movies and record things on my camcorder and take pictures of things like photography, and I would just spend my time doing a lot of creative shit. So that's another reason why I really like Bloom a lot. And this song makes me really, really, really miss Solange. At first Found a Place to Grow really reminded me of her. And these softer R&B kind of lo-fi vibes from Doechii are what makes songs like this a good place track listing wise to take a second to breathe before we get into songs like Nissan Altima where that energy is picked back up again. It's a beautiful spot in the album to me. I find myself singing to wait a lot outside of the album itself. This is the type of song that makes me miss the show Insecure, because I feel like the music curator, first of all, the music curator on that show, fucking amazing. Amazing job. But I feel like this is a song that would have definitely been featured on an Insecure episode. This is another chance where we get to breathe and have another one of those moments to get in tune with how we're feeling. I also really, really, really like the lyrics to this one too. The imagery is very strong in Prophet. I also really like the lyrics here. Doechii just saying, I don't think you should spend your time trying to categorize me in any way. I just wish Prophet was longer, to be honest with you. Those feelings of being burnt out and kind of alone are really prominent here. And that vulnerability again and reflection. It's very upfront in this type of way, especially when we're talking about wordplay again and how Doechii sets a fire to the things that she wants to say. Doechii's writing in this mixtape is next level already. This song, Death Roll, is extremely engaging. And even though the track is kind of on the sadder side, it still pulls you in like something that has crazy energy to it. Death Roll is another underrated track for me that I am beating myself up for not listening to more often. I already have it starred and everything in Apple Music, but I definitely need to listen to this one way more. That lower tone that she starts off with in the song is so captivating when it first starts. Like, it just pulls you in automatically. It's another, I feel, nighttime drive type of track. I love the way she says, "What the fuck is it?" Like, that's so funny. I remember from my first listen, Boom Bap took me out. I was like, this is definitely going to be one of my favorite albums of the year, just based off of this song alone. As I said before, the versatility goes crazy. The theatrics of it all is here. She does so much. It's like a display of Doechii's talent just in this song. And what's going on is very chaotic, but it's still within her control. It's not too chaotic to the point where it's unlistenable. If you need an example of how just fucking talented Doechii is, this is a song that I would refer to, because, yo, the confidence, the energy, the dominance, the fierceness. The song eats. It's one of those confidence booster type of tracks. And there's like no parts of her that's really holding back here on bragging about herself, which Doechii has every fucking right to brag about herself. That's very much accepted. Get Top on the Phone. Nissan Altima, one of my favorites. This song, it just goes absolutely fucking crazy, and I'm addicted to it. GTFO is just so laid back, but it has that confidence to it to where it's just like one of those real cool people who, like, they're not super energetic or whatever, but you just know, like, they're cool as shit. Like, that's what this song is to me. Production wise, definitely stands out to me because it's another one of those laid back beats, but it's very sultry kind of, especially with her voice and the way that she's presenting herself vocally on this one. Love the beat on Slide so fucking much. Slide is one of those that I could have seen as a kind of late summertime single where it's very flowy, very airy, very light, but so much fun to listen to. Another great nighttime drive song, as well as something that you could dance to with roller skates on or something like that. Like, it's just a good time. Fireflies is a great moment in the mixtape to me. I will always be here for this more R&B side to Doechii, but I have to say, one of my favorite like moments in the entire thing is the beat switch up at the end of Fireflies. It's a very ethereal moment, I think, and I think it pairs up with the lyrics really well, especially the "keep the lights till it's over, underground overtime, keep the light till there's closure, try to take my time with you, you're always on my mind." Like, that just, It sounds so good with the beat paired with it. Definitely one of my favorite moments in the entire album. The decision that was made to have doechii singing like the light fairy likeness within the song is just the perfect touch that just adds on to the layers that is the softness of the second half of Fireflies. Beverly Hills was, on my first listen, a track that I already knew would be one of my favorites from the very start of the song, just by the feeling alone. It already had me within the first like 3 seconds of the song. And it's another one that's a great example of how flexible doechii is in terms of music genres and the ways that she's choosing to express herself. Beverly Hills was definitely one of my favorites. Second half of Fireflies aside, I think this is my favorite song on the album in terms of her voice and her singing. Just so pretty, so beautiful. Great realization song, or the situation that you're dealing with is actually kind of shit, and so it's time to end it and be honest about it. Love the song so much. Alligator Bites Never Heal. This was similar to Beverly Hills to me, where automatically from the start of the song, just from the instrumental, I could tell that I would love the song, and I still really do. But I do think that given the grit that we've experienced within the album with the heavier hip hop tracks, it is a very interesting closer, I will say. But it was a pleasant surprise to me. I'm a sucker for these, laid back mid-tempo acoustic type of songs, so I wasn't complaining at all. And the outro is very dreamlike. I love the acoustic guitar just going. It feels very earthy, if that makes sense. It feels very much like you are just present and that you are implanted in where you are right now. Overall, as someone who genuinely enjoys listening to different and multiple types of genres of music, as diverse as this album is, it's kind of perfect to me. I love that there's, the harder moments where doechii's giving a lot of attitude and fierceness and confidence, and then to contrast that, there's those softer, more gentle and reflective, sort of like dreamlike and somewhat ethereal moments in the album. There's so many funny lines and theatrics going on there. Hard-hitting flows in the album that just sync up with the production like crazy. There's so much to this album. There's layers and layers of proof how talented and versatile doechii is. And I like the fact that instead of this mixtape being focused on one centralized genre, which we could, I guess, say is hip-hop, there are neo soul moments and R&B moments and just softer moments within the album that make certain parts of the mixtape feel more elevated as you think back to some of the tracks that you might love the most. Like, just the fact for me that Nissan Altima and something like Alligator Bites Never Heal, the actual song, the fact that they both exist on the same project to me is a gift. There's lots of melodic, vulnerable moments here that give way to us getting to know doechii. Prior to listening to this album, when it first dropped, my only real experience with doechii was, of course, through Persuasive and the song that she did with Rico Nasty. So I had been rooting for her since Persuasive came out. For me to have this be my first full-length doechii experience just has me so damn excited for her future. I'm so happy that she is signed with TDE. I'm so glad that Kendrick gave her that shout out, because I knew from there, once that shout out came from Kendrick, that doechii would be going up from there. But the versatility of the album and doechii herself doesn't make the album feel messy at all to me. It's still very fluid. There's so much color and so many surprises in the album that it makes it a very easy re-listen. On my first listen, I was so shocked and taken aback at the entire experience of the project. I had no idea that I would enjoy this album as much as I did, and I still do. Just really cements doechii as somebody to watch in all seriousness, because the level of talent here, just, I have no words, because it makes doechii's future that more exciting. So again, that's why I'm so happy that she signed with TDE, because I can't wait until we get the next album and we get to see exactly what's going on there. I really, 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 really hope that doechii is going on tour with Kendrick and SZA, because I managed to snag some tickets to the concert, so I'm like really, I'm crossing my fingers that doechii will definitely be there, because as like an opener or whatever, because I would, oh my, to hear Catfish live and like Nissan Altima live, please, that would make my entire year, aside from seeing Kendrick and SZA. So I really, really do hope that doechii will be on the tour with them. Cannot wait. I can't wait until the tour. I'm so excited. I'm already like manifesting that doechii will be a part of the tour, but yeah, great project overall. No skips. I even really love the album cover. It's an easy re-listen for me. Definitely one of the highlights of my year was listening to this for the first time. Can't wait until the next project is released. And now that I've done this review, I feel like I can watch the Tiny Desk concert that doechii did, because I was like, yo, I really need to make a video for this album. So I'm glad that I finally did. I'm glad that I sat here and re-listened to it again, because no matter how many times I think I'll listen to this album, I will probably never get tired of it, just because of how different each track is, but also the fact that everything just flows so well regardless of whatever the tracks are doing. Stunning album. Like I said before, this album is definitely one of the highlights of my year.